How's it going, everybody? Um, I just well, ooh, yeah. Let's just get over here. I just got done watching this video. It's from a famous, once famous content creator. His actual name is Ken Carter. Um, based off High Damn Iraq. And sorry, it's super early. I gotta get myself together, but I want to make this real quick. Um, Actually, more appropriately, it wouldn't be YouTube versus its creators. I mean, its content creators, but um, a community versus its creators versus YouTube's content creators. And so I say it's because it's there's this weird dynamic, but again, it's to me it's always been there. This idea of a media personality in general, and these personalities are very quick to there's just expectation on these personalities to be as a brand, right? And so what we understand a brand to be is a thing. So like let's say, oops, sorry, let's say this rose here is a brand. Now it'd be great for a brand. Why? Because this brand is static. It's plastic. It doesn't have an age. It doesn't change. It doesn't get older. It remains the same. And if you find that rose in some form of light, um, to be in association with this content, to be funny, to be scary, to be intriguing, to be entertaining overall, then that's what you're gonna get. And you to see that thing grow or to see that thing wither is gonna be those things that people just can't seem to wrap their heads around in terms of our audience, in terms of consumers. Now, I'm not going to branch too much into Ken Carter. He's done that himself, so suggest you to go to High Damn Iraq, check out 365 Days Later, and understand his journey and why he hasn't been producing videos. Because it's a lot. Let's say you check out his Brotherly Love 3. It's not. It's let's just say it'd be better to watch that, and you'll just see where, just understand what position he's in right now. Um, and there's another one. It's like Mystery Box or something like that. But yeah, and so it made me think about this stuff. Like back in the day, YouTube wasn't too much of a deal. Back in the day when people were just starting to blow up, it was this idea, from what I can understand, of young content creators just making it big in their basement, and at their little studio, and it's like people just think you only have up to go. I just yesterday I seen this other famous YouTuber, Spoken Reasons, speak about a similar thing and his bouts with Hollywood. Sorry, his bouts with Hollywood, and so taking all that into account is just like there's this expectation of content and media where we're just like, okay, this media, this stuff seems to be. I'm sorry, I look gross, so I'm probably just gonna leave that upward. Yep, because I don't like how it looks. I'm like, I need to get myself cleaned up. But it makes me wonder about how when people change and go through just the things of life, um it's this expectation, this consumerism. And again, it makes sense to me because it's like we consume things all the time. We consume things like Facebook, um, what iTunes. I don't go to iTunes. The equivalent for me might be Google Play. It used to be Spotify or Amazon. Now these brands, these media giants, go have certain things that are that are that we understand to be brands and understand to be static. And the big difference between these content creators and even just in the outside of YouTube is that these content creators, they all go through differences. They all go through changes, versus Amazon. And Amazon itself doesn't change really. I mean, it changes, but it does it professionally. It does it in a sense like and I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is these are people versus brands. These professional brands in which they maintain, they have a marketing team. They'll tell people, and they know what time is appropriate to tell them, hey, we're going to be changing things up. We're going to be different. They don't. I mean, since when have you heard of like the most you can hear from like a company is oh the stocks fell, oh the prices tanked, oh this that and the other happened, and it's very different, and I guess that's just it. Like when people try to make their own businesses and life happens and they change, it's very hard to consider them to not be a brand. I mean, consider them to be a brand. Um, no, I'm sorry. The title's a little confusing, but it made me think about how YouTube. YouTube is not really the problem because in itself is a platform. So people go there, we watch videos. Back in the day, I didn't think too hard about funding people, because that AI figured it was like the bystander effect. Somebody's going to do it. And B, I didn't have money like that, And yes, they said, well, just like Spoken Reasons when he said, hey, well, you guys go to, the iTunes subscription, you guys get money for that. And it's kind of interesting because it's like, if that's the case, then, oops, sorry, then this stuff shouldn't, then it should be like a subscription service, right? That's my understanding. It should be a subscription service. So if it's not a subscription service and it's dub free, somebody's paying internet, then somebody's still giving something. Now, and also AdSense, I mean, not us, I mean, we're giving our time, but, and also we're giving our interest, which is to me sometimes arbitrary, but sometimes it's based off quality and, quality, jump cuts and editing and videography and comedy and stuff like that. I couldn't give you an answer. I don't know. I don't know what's our solution, because it's like you see these content creators, they're going through life. They're going through life, and again, it's just my perspective on it because I've seen this. I see this in both of those creators. I still wonder about other people like Ace of the Comic. Oh, what's his name? The guy who did the Obama videos. I can't remember his name. His name was man, I can't remember his name. He's fresh. Iman Cresson. Iman Cresson. I'm like, and just a plethora of other people. You know, I'll keep referring to Philip DeFranco because I'm like, he professionalized his position in YouTube. At least I like to think so. Not so much in YouTube, just as a brand himself. And and at the same time, I don't know if people understand. Um, um, I don't think they understand where it goes, where the rabbit hole goes. Because you got people who build brands. They set up things, and they essentially do what a business similarly do, and they do that alone. And it's like when things come crash or when life happens, when the unexpected occurs, and they have to put their business on hold because they're their own mechanism for continuing their business. And then people treat you like a brand, treat you like a business. Hey, why aren't you like FedEx? Why aren't you like a streaming company? Why don't you give me what I want when I expect it? And that's like, that's fair. As a consumer, we make if every time money comes through, you send your money to somewhere. Okay, here's what I want. I want this, I want that, and I want this at this time. That's fair. But because it's one person, and if they go through troubles that causes them to mentally, physically be challenged, um, and I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean that just like where it legit fights you, challenges you, fights you back, and you can't be a business. You can't be a media personality. You have to be yourself, and yourself is being dominated by this life circumstance. And so I say that it's just like, um, life is. I'm not just saying life is ruthless. I don't want to just have a lesson life quote. I mean, everybody understands life because we experience it. We experience life isn't always roses. It's why we have this escapist mentality when we watch these videos. Where when we watch a video, we're not looking at the people themselves, but the characters they portray, and we don't even know if they're going through something. I mean, with respect, if I see Jimmy Kimmel live, Do I care about Jimmy Kimmel the person, or do I care about Jimmy Kimmel the media personality as a consumer? As a consumer, as a consumer, and they say the love of money is the root of all evil. I keep mentioning it in my videos because money, consumerism, capitalism, it has no heart. It doesn't have a heart. Again, so if I watch Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Kimmel loses like a daughter or something, or a son, like some sort of child, am I if he doesn't mention that to me as a consumer, I'm not gonna know and I'm not gonna care. If he keeps showing himself to be the media personality, ha ha ha, great, 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 or even Bob Ross when he lost his wife. It's sad. And then when I learned from the documentary that he just kept going on, he kept putting out videos, even though it was a sad occurrence. It's just like now we feel bad because we know. And when we do know, even when we are shown it, it's just it's strange because we don't know that mix. We don't know that that understanding, that discovery, what it means to be a person, and also a content creator, and also a business, and also a creator who need money, you know. And again, we're people too. So to me, I I like to follow what Jordan Peterson says in terms of a problem. What's the least that we can do in terms of solving this situation that requires the least amount of effort? And I don't know, but I think that's a good start. Because I get it. And I guess I keep like subversively following these places, but like back to the videos. Like again, I definitely encourage you to watch that. Spoken Reasons, and what happened in his time in Hollywood and a hot damn Iraq. Even in my croissant. I mean, I haven't watched his stuff in years, but last time I caught up with him, he was on this game show and he was trying to pursue acting. Don't know if it's still here. Don't know if it's changed, but yeah, that's another thing. Life just take us a different place. When things occur, like again, and that's just it. That media personality that we have, we just think, man, their life must be great. Man, they are doing it. They are not they're not stifling. They're not in trouble. They don't have a care in the world. They are making content. And YouTube houses these people. But again, it's a platform. It's not a teacher, and business is not your mother. That's why I keep saying. That's what I've been starting to say because these things, and they say real life is harsh, and it probably is. I don't think I have a full experience of real life. I'm with my sibling, and she's doing life. I'm not really. And, I'm just thinking like, man, life is tough. Life is harsh. The stuff I do, just small stuff, it can be quite taxing. And I'm like, imagine people like them. They have this giant beast of success of sorts, and they are juggling, and they are like Atlas, holding the world and holding the world, holding the world on their backs. And yes, they want relief, and they may even trick somebody for that relief. But it's like, yeah, to be a kid again, right? Kids so easy, so quick to see the glory, and that's just us too. We're so quick to see the glory, we don't see what it took to get there, the sacrifice. We don't see none of that. I don't see none of that. And so I guess I understand that life is just not what we expected to be. Media personalities are not, even if they lie to you and tell. And again, half this issue is not really like them, but it's like, so as a consumer, do I know what it's like to be why essentially for me, should I be something I'm not? Sometimes I try to be. They say be aggressively authentic. I remember when I said that and a dude joined my party for this game, I was kind of nervous because I'm like, I don't know this guy. I don't know him. I'm like, yes, maybe I'm a media personality who put these videos out, but I'm like, I still know myself. I don't know you. And so it was kind of weird for that person to add me on my YouTube video, but I still roll with it. It was just like, I mean, you could tell by the lack of talking. I was like, I didn't know him. What was I gonna start? Okay, so I'm gonna cut them short. I gotta go to work. I'm a little late, but I just have to say, like, life will take you where you least expect it. Take you where you don't really want to go, and it'll just you will not be the same. And I don't think that's necessarily appropriate for being a brand, unless you could professionally explain that to your viewers, because viewers, we are just hopelessly I don't want to be mean about it, but it's like we don't know what we don't know. We can't imply things. If we see you're going through it, we still think like a business, like a brand, and we say your brand life is different from your personal life. We think like that. We think differently. Yes, we go and also there's on the other side. What can we do if you are going through it? What can we do? Well, we come to your house, a random stranger come to your house. Oh, hey, so and so, content creator, we're so sad for your loss. I, I'd be like, who are you? I'm sorry, maybe you are on my YouTube page, but I don't know your name, your personality. I don't know a thing about you apart from your comment. And I look checking for your video. Maybe if it's interesting, maybe if I've seen it before, but it's like just like in popularity, like your fans, which to me is kind of irritating because it's like your fans are not your family. Your fans are just people who consume your music and say nice things. Like, and I try to make this very pessimistic because it's just like, let's just be real. We can stop BSing each other. What are our content? What's our fans? Maybe our fans, if you starting off, yes, you get to be a little more intimate. But when you get millions of viewers and followers, and whether you mess up or do great or do whatever, and they say yeah, yeah, or nah, you suck, it's like, who knows? Maybe they like your personality, your media personality rather than you, and they don't think both of them coincide together. Like one of them is fake or one of them is real, or one of them is just a projection of your actual self. Like, I don't know, but you see the person new up and coming. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's me. This is naturally me. Yeah. I'm not. I may be going through it, but I just try to be honest and upfront. And again, like celebrities grow up in front of your eyes, so you see them, and you see them like you see a friend across the street. Like you see your friend as they grow up, and we try to replicate that with a stranger. You don't know these strangers. We don't know. I don't know Beyonce. Who is Beyonce? I'm sure if I seen that all that stuff I've been talking about, yes, I'd be starstruck because of what I've seen and reality being played before my eyes. But I don't know her. I've met people in the CHH community where I was just starstruck, but and they made me act weird, and I didn't act appropriately, and I tried to see. Well, did I? No, maybe I had a comic, and I tried giving that comic away, gave it to particular people, and I had to pray for humility because I was like, shouldn't it be a nice thing, rather than an opportunity, you know? But these are regular people, and it sucks, but it's like your heroes are regular people too. Whoever you look at are regular people who got tendencies and issues and all that stuff. And of course, you may get starstruck, but it's like you need to be recognize these are just people. They're regular average Joes, you know. And I guess one of the things is maybe we just need to humanize our experience with our content creators. Maybe on YouTube we just need to see. Um, I know it says YouTube versus creators, and that's a whole different topic in itself. Like you can talk to Phil DeFranco for that. You know, he's a great dude. He's a great YouTuber. He'll sit here and professionally explain to you like, hey, this is what I'm going through, or this is what I'm maybe not what he's going personally going through, but what he's going through professionally with platforms and stuff. But yeah, I gotta get going. But I guess I just want to say that because just seeing these differences between these content creators, how I guess used they feel. They feel used by not just us, but I guess mainly us. They feel used. They got lives. They got legit lives, lives that are being taken over, lives that are being overwhelmed by consumerism. And again, I don't know if they understand it, but it's overwhelming. It's taking a toll on them. you know and they say they mention a plethora of things like you guys are supposed to be my boys. You guys are supposed to be my family, friends, whatever. And because of money, the love of money is people, and it just shows the selfish mentality of man. Yeah, they went through, man. They cut us deep. I thought we were boys, and he took stuff from me. Like Kanye when he said, like, you stole my laptop. Even though I love you, you stole my laptop. um, but yeah, life, especially nowadays in this day and age where your life is being posted throughout the world, it's just being in the forefront. So your entire life has been under a spotlight. The things you do in secret are coming out to light, and it will be. That's all of us, me, you, everybody. And so I'm not gonna say I'm perfect. I'm gonna say there's things I wish I didn't do. Um, Period. But I'm still struggling. Still struggling with my issues. So I'm sorry. I really gotta go. Life isn't a brand, and we aren't a brand either. Brands are artificial. They're artificial monikers or insignias or symbols of of what we represent, not who we are. So I guess just get that. If whatever happens for me or whatever happens to someone else, understand that signia are different. And I guess because they're different, they come with different expectations. But you can't do this alone. You can't be a media giant on your own. You need a team. You need a loyal team. You need a team who is only out to get what they get and are happy with that. Humble people, good people, people who love you versus your content, what you make. Um, Realize you need, as Kevin on stage used to say, you need a community. It says you need a community, and you need a community, people who actually care about you, who actually are going to call you on your BS, who aren't just looking at you to get something from you, who are also walking with you side by side, like you are the company you keep, so have good company, have good people who are around you. Even if you do blow up an influence, you have that stability, so that when you are tripping, they say, hey, what's your name? I know you personally. You need to cut that out. That's not who I know, you know. And you may say, yeah, bro, you just tripping, da 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 da. Yeah, but you need people who, after you're done tripping, you say, hey, I'm sorry, I was tripping. And they say, hey, it's okay, we love you. We care about you, and they still got your back. But that's all I gotta say and it's funny because I'm like, God or not, and I say that because there's people who claim they're Jesus people and they don't express proper love, as the Bible say. They don't express concern, trust, and all the other qualities that requires a authentic person and a person who needs to be there. And I'm not saying anybody's name. I'm just saying I've seen that. I've seen it from media. I've seen it throughout. You know. So and I guess I'm just saying that the community and the love is the thing that matters, And I'm like, your actions are gonna have to speak louder than your words, because everybody can say whatever. So that's all I got. Yeah, that's all I really got. This is an interesting term. Watching these content creators and just seeing how life hits them, how life happens to them. Like I've been seeing from King Carter. Like I heard about uh the video he had when his dog was going through stuff. He was going through stuff. I didn't even know before that he was going through stuff. I had no idea. His friend was going through some things. Like, I mean, he was going through a lot of stuff, and I was just like, I was okay if I didn't see a video, because I'm like, dude, you need to get yourself together, And I don't mean that in a harsh way. I mean that like you need to work on yourself. Work. Like, if you need some time, if you need to learn some stuff to give yourself some peace, do that. Like that. This brotherly love content thing, do that. If you ever plan on doing that, do that when you get better. But for him, I guess in this video, he's taking a different direction. You know, he's taking a different direction in life, and so you know, okay, you're the creator. You're the content creator. So I'm not gonna complain about that. You know, he just made good content, and that's one of the reasons why I liked him. He was funny, even though I didn't agree with the message at times. He was funny, but from what I've heard from actual comedians like him on stage, he say people like these comedians are actually the ones with very jacked up lives. They go through a lot. So give it that. So it's like they make fun of things that they actually going through. Actually going through it. And it's like, dang, that sucks. Not just that sucks, but it's like it's surprising, it's very surprising. Like, wow, I didn't know they were actually going through harsh things and stuff. Like I just kind of figured, oh, okay, they're doing quite fine. Wow, really? They're actually going through troubles, heavy troubles, and they just kind of giving us a laugh factory. We're just laughing it up, yucking it up. When their mother probably died, but they're still giving us content. And you can maybe say that's noble or whatever because they consider other people, but it's like, nah, And I like to think sensible people will understand that. If you're going through something, don't be the type of person. Don't throw this. Don't worry about your health. Worry about what matters rather than worrying about things that if there's actually love in it, then it'll persevere. But yeah, don't worry about these issues that are constantly constantly in flux, that are self-seeking, but worry about things that actually matter, like your health, things around you, people, friends, etc. And that's even me, even as an introvert, care about the things that matter. So that's all I got. I'll see